This reenactment focuses on the breakup and transformation of the social order of Mexico, including the Spaniards versus the Mayans and the Aztecs. Refer to Chapter 3 in From Indians to Chicanos by James Diego Vigil. After years of scouting various parts of the Caribbean basin, the Spanish accidentally discovered Mexico. Directed by Governor Diego Velázquez of Cuba, early expeditions to that land failed, but they returned with rumors of fabulous wealth that set the stage for an enterprise that succeeded the expedition of Hernando Cortés. In February 1519, Cortés set out with 11 ships, over 600 Spaniards, 16 horses, 10 brass guns, and several large dogs. The several large dogs, as well as multiple other contributing factors, helped aid the Spanish in their conquest against the Mayans. Along with all of these superior sources, aiding them in this exploration and discovery were the recent vanquished natives and many imported African slaves. The background to these events begins in Europe. The European desire for goods from Orient ignited an age of expansionism. The defeat of the Moors, who controlled Mediterranean sea commerce, opened the door for further commercial relations. Spain's interest turned to building an empire. Tardy in the European rush for new lands and access to resources, the Spanish had their own house to set in order. Spanish success can be attributed to several factors. The tension brought about by the establishment of a centralized government under Ferdinand and Isabella, which encouraged the Spanish nationalism and expansionism. The control of the strategically located continental gateway between the Mediterranean and the Atlantic. The Catholic zeal and nomadic, adventurous ambitions born during the Reconquista, expulsion of the Moors. The obsession to become rich, particularly on the part of the dispossessed, or the second sons not entitled to a full share of family estate because of inheritance laws, sought to become the sons of something or someone, thus taking over people less fortunate. Upon setting foot in Mexico, the Spaniards under Cortés immediately established themselves as conquerors. In the first encounter, over 1,500 Yucatan Mayans died, while the victors only lost 37 men. Moving forward toward the center of Mexico, the Spaniards repeated this bloody pattern. To maintain military superiority, they often wiped out whole Indian groups. As the battle sieged, and Cortés and his men took over the Aztecs. Here the Mexicans are standing. Put them on the pyramid and their horses.
I really hope that.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Someone take him inside, Sam.
Jackson. Jackson, go inside. Come on.
Give him some cookies. Fuck. Okay, we need to set up the Spanish back up in there.
The what?
Some Spanish. It's all the Aztec in a pile.
Hopefully those can cut out.
We need a little bit of fire on them still. Like just smoldering.
I think it's pretty obvious that they were on fire.
Okay, set these bitches back up in here. Okay, make these ones stand again. You can see your hand fucking lighting them on fire.
And then everybody freaks out and screams.
The Spanish victory over the Aztecs stemmed from a combination of factors: their technological superiority, their psychological astute, diplomatic strategy, and their temporary alliances with distant Indians. Many Aztec customs weakened the Indian cause and added to the Spanish advantage. Nothing but flowers and songs of sorrow are left in Mexico and Tenochtitlan, where once we saw warriors and wise men. We know it is true that we must perish, for we are not mortal men. You, the giver of life, you have ordained it. We wander here and there in our dissolute poverty. We are mortal men. We have seen bloodshed and pain where once we saw beauty and valor. We are crushed to the ground. We lie in ruins. There is nothing but grief and suffering in Mexico and Tenochtitlan, where once we saw beauty